Hey folks, on the series JG, welcome back to Let's Play Romance 3 Kingdoms 13. And even though I don't have the technical skill needed to make my new version of Camtasia frickin'... or is it Cam... no, it's Cam Studio, whatever it's called. I can't get it to crop my Super Show Monster Story videos the way I want them. Which Zerfall's probably quite happy about, actually. But, despite that, overall ineptitude, I'm going to attempt to play what is apparently one of the hardest of the hero modes. Harder than the one that it just took me like 8 billion videos to beat. And it's Wargod Under Siege. This is a real quick recap of the story so far. Liu Bei meets Zhang Fei and Guan Yu and decides to swear an oath of brotherhood with them. They will all die on the same day, working to restore the Han dynasty to its former greatness, as the Han dynasty has been beset with rebellions, such as the rebellion of the Yellow Turbans. Cao Cao makes a great reputation for himself while fighting against the Yellow Turbans, as do Liu Bei and his brothers, and Sun Jin and others, but eventually the tyrannical Dong Zhuo seizes the capital and goes around committing atrocities, and Cao Cao leads a coalition against him. Lu Bu is Dong Zhuo's mightiest general and fights against warriors such as Guan Yu, Liu Bei, and Zhang Fei. Eventually Sun Jin manages to reclaim the capital, but Dong Zhuo and his men simply burn it to the ground and retreat and establish a new capital. And Sun Jin becomes disheartened because the other people in the coalition are a bunch of losers, but he finds the Imperial Seal and leaves. The beautiful Jiao Chan seduces Dong Zhuo and Lu Bu into turning against each other, thus having Dong Zhuo killed. Lu Bu is then forced out by Dong Zhuo's other former allies, and the land is kind of up for grabs. Jun Yu helps Cao Cao establish a power base in the Central Plains. Sun Ce, the son of Sun Jin, who dies fighting against Liu Biao's forces, establishes a power block in the south of China. Sun Quan continues to build on that. Meanwhile, Liu Bei's brothers are separated. There's a lot of turmoil. He finds himself working under Cao Cao at one point. Cao Cao rescues the emperor from... I can't remember their names now. Guo Si and Li Jui, or whoever they are. But Cao Cao has taken in the emperor and is protecting the emperor, but also using the emperor as a political pawn. And Liu Bei, whose family name is the same as the emperor's family name, develops a relationship with the emperor. Cao Cao doesn't like it. Cao Cao begins to see Liu Bei as a threat, and Liu Bei breaks free and escapes. Guan Yu ends up working for Cao Cao for a time, but then finds out Liu Bei is still alive and leaves Cao Cao's service. Cao Cao establishes himself as a dominant power in China by defeating the warlord Yuan Shao at the Battle of Guan Yu, and the Yuan family is ultimately crushed. Liu Bei, who is now Cao Cao's sworn enemy but does not have the kind of power block he needs to survive having such a powerful foe, pays 3 visits to the thatched cottage of Zhuge Liang, the sleeping dragon and the most brilliant strategist in China, winning the services of Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang counsels his charge to flee from the territory they've been given by Liu Biao to protect, because Liu Bei is sort of working for Liu Biao. There's internal fighting within Liu Biao's forces as Liu Biao is dying. Enemies of Liu Biao's oldest son, trying to put his younger son Liu Kong on the throne, are also working against Liu Bei. And Cao Cao is getting ready to take Liu Biao's territory, which he does. He also wants to take the territory of the Sun clan. So Zhuge Liang, working for Liu Bei, tries to convince the forces of Sun Quan to fight Cao Cao. Sun Zhou Yu is in agreement. We have this massive battle at Chirbi where Cao Cao's massive navy is burned and his ambitions to conquer China are set back irreparably. Cao Cao goes into a building mode in the north, taking the time to take out Ma Teng and secure all of northern China, but he does not rule the southlands, the southeast riverlands of China, which are under the control of Sun Quan, nor does he control the fertile valleys of Bashu in the southwest, which are under the control of Liu Zhang. I'm forgetting the names of all these characters. It took a couple tries, but eventually we fought through the hero mode in which Zhang Fei, sworn brother of Liu Bei, is the one who plays the biggest role in conquering Bashu, So Liu Zhang's territory become Liu Bei's territory, and at last Liu Bei has a power base from which he can try to rise up and right what once went wrong, Quantum Leap style, and restore the Han to its former glory. Meanwhile, Sun Quan, having tasted victory and seen a potential for grabbing power when he defeated Cao Cao at Chirbi, attacks Hefei, but in no small part to the efforts of Zhang Liao, the armies of Wei rout the armies of Wu, and we enter into something of a three-way stalemate, with Cao Cao holding all of the north, Sun Quan holding the southeast, and Liu Bei holding the southwest. And nobody really has enough power to stand against the other two. And there is sort of, kind of, maybe an alliance between Liu Bei's force of Shu and Sun Quan's force of Wu, although they're not called Shu and Wu until after certain events. But for right now, I'm using that as a shorthand. Liu Bei and Sun Quan are kind of allies, but it's an alliance that can end at any time. And Sun Quan is still upset about the fact that territories that he granted to Liu Bei to give him some place from which to rebuild his force, which Liu Bei had promised to restore to Sun Quan's rule once he had his own territories. Well, Liu Bei took over the lands of Ba Shu, but he never gave those territories back to Sun Quan. Zhou Yu, in the meantime, has passed on. I don't know if they covered that in the hero modes anywhere. A series of campaigns fighting against Wei, trying to expand Wu's territory, but Zhuge Liang kept finding these tricky, crafty ways to turn Wu's efforts to Shu's advantage, and Zhou Yu eventually dies of consternation, according to the novel. And now we are getting ready for Wargod under siege. The description for this one is wrong. They have the description of Zhang Fei, so instead, from my memory, Guan Yu was sent out to the frontier of Liu Bei's territories, right in the middle of the territory that Sun Quan had given to Liu Bei, and Liu Bei was supposed to return. But it's, Chinese custom that a general in the field can disobey an order. So Liu Bei and Zhuge Liang intentionally put Guan Yu out there, knowing that unless Liu Bei comes and personally delivers the order, Guan Yu's pride is going to prevent him from turning territory over to Wu. And that Liu Bei can simply plead, hey, what can I do? Guan Yu, he's that's the kind of guy he is, I'm sorry. So he set this thing up where Guan Yu is out there defending his territories in the east, and using that as an excuse for why they won't be returned to Sun Quan. And Sun Quan's getting a little sick of it. And with the General Lu Meng and the young General Lu Jun working for Sun Quan, as Guan Yu starts getting a little antsy and deciding that, hey, it's time for me to actually go prove myself a glorious warrior and shit, I'm going to start attacking Wei's territories on their frontier, with the Cao Cao territories on the frontier of Liu Bei territory. And that's when Guan Yu kind of leaves himself open. He's right there. It's kind of like the place where all three groups meet. And Guan Yu makes an aggressive move against one, and the tenuous alliance at the other kind of breaks down. Every time somebody starts to gain an advantage, it's the three-way dance. Every time someone gains an advantage, the other two team up against them. So let's see if Guan Yu, the god of war and commerce, theoretically the most powerful and dangerous officer of the Three Kingdoms, is he going to be able to handle it when it becomes two kingdoms on one? Got a little trepidation about this, folks. This one is supposed to be harder than the one that I just had so much difficulty with, so I'm going to try right from the get-go to just keep a close eye on my time limits and to try to be aggressive and not to make any wasted moves. I don't know if it's going to be a timing thing or just you don't have the troop counts to afford any losses. Head of the 5 Tiger Generals of Shu, swore brotherhood Liu Bei and Zhang Fei, exceptionally strong, is said to be the equal of 10,000 men. He protected Jing after Liu Bei conquered Shu, but was... After making his way into Shu land, Liu Bei captured Hanzhong under Jihao Yuan's protection and declared himself king of Hanzhong. I've been referencing this throughout. I was a little bit surprised it wasn't made part of a hero mode, but yes. In fact, after establishing Shu, obviously Cao Cao declared Liu Bei an enemy and was trying to destroy Liu Bei before Liu Bei had a territory to call his own. But once Liu Bei had actually established something of a power base, Cao Cao's forces had gone into kind of a consolidation and just governing the land mode. Liu Bei was the one who struck first in bringing back the old conflicts and attacked Hanzhong, which was sort of in the western part. You have this long border between Liu Bei's forces and Cao Cao's forces. And then you have a border between Sun Quan's forces and Cao Cao's forces. So in the western part, we're far away from Sun Quan, but you've got a border between Cao Cao and Liu Bei. That's where Hanzhong is, up in the mountains. And Xiao Yuan, who is, I think, Cao Cao's brother-in-law or cousin, depending on which translation you favor, he's placed and charged out there. He's, of course, killed by Huangzhong, the Dream Master. And at the Battle of Mount Dingjun, which is one of the biggest setbacks for Cao Cao other than Turbi itself, with Liu Bei rising up from seemingly nothing to strike a major blow against Cao Cao. And Liu Bei declares himself king of Hanzhong as part of his, campaign to restore the Han. Though Cao Cao blistered with rage, he could not break through Hanzhong. After his failure at Hefei, Sun Quan happened to look to where Cao Cao did. The Jing province, the land Liu Bei, Guan Yu's brother-in-law, defended. Brother-in-law? He's sworn brother. I don't recall Liu Bei marrying Guan Yu's sister. There was something in the novel, in some versions of the novel, well, there's, I guess, like a wives' tale that didn't make it into the novel, but was referenced in the notes, of the sworn brothers. Like, some of them were married when they swore their brotherhood oath, and Guan Yu said something like, well, if we're going to be brothers and our brotherhood will come before all else, then we got to do something about our wives because that could get in the way. And Guan Yu's like, well, I don't have a wife, but I'll. I don't remember the details of it, but there's definitely a thing where they were going to murder their own wives so that nothing could stand in the way of their brotherhood. And Zhang Fei objected by saying, "It's not right, Liu Bei, that you should have to kill your own wife. I'll kill your wife. You kill mine." That was like a thing that happens in like some stories told about these three that I don't think were officially part of the novel. But either way, no, they were sworn brothers. There was no brother-in-law thing going on. Standing at 9 feet with a beard of 2, I do not think he was 9 feet tall. The hay-faced man, he was supposed to be ruddy-faced. Hay-faced man rode red hair with a blue dragon in his hand, unmatched in valor or righteousness. Now the three forces would clash with him in the center, bring about a battle that had never been seen before.
Ah, this rain. It is as though heaven has given us the perfect opportunity. Should we take this opportunity to attack, Cao Cao's army will not hold. With them out of the way, Jin Ye will be right before our eyes. Don't be hasty, Zhao Kang. The enemy leader is Yu Jin, a celebrated warrior. His vanguard, Peng De, is not one to be looked down on either. Matter of fact, I heard he's challenging me to a coffin match. We will be as cautious as we can, then. Ambush the enemy and wipe them out. Understood. Let us be off. Guan Yu has taken the field. Everyone follow me. Destroy the units that house Pang De and Yu Jin. Okay, so again, we're going straight into combat here. I believe that's Pang De right there. Is it? Yeah, Pang De force. So Guan Yu has marched out. I don't see that I got anybody else on my side. Final objective is unknown. We have to defeat Pang De. We have until October 220 to do it, but I'm going to do it as fast as I can because I'm pretty sure there's more to this than just defeating Pang De. There's Shangyang. So Xiangyang is the only city that we control, and yeah, it is kind of. This is definitely one of the cities that were part of Liu Biao's territory, and Liu Bei kind of inherits it. But there's this thing where he and there's Lu Meng. There's Lu Meng.
Don't need to worry about him. I'm sure he's going to be a stand-up guy and totally help us out as we fight against Wei. And now Wei Yan, the king of Hanzhong. And Liu Bei is back in Chengdu. And Zhang Fei back in Jiangzhou. So it looks like we only control this city. And all of its troops are already in the field. And we have to defeat Pang De. So let's do that. Please select the force to arrange where to place them. So we have Guan Yu, his right-hand man, Zhao Kang with Ma Liang, his adopted son, Guan Ping, and Yi Ji. We've got Guan Jing, who is, I believe, his actual blood son, and then Mi Fang, Liao Hua, and Fu Ren. Now, Fu Ren, unless I am mistaken... No, I might be thinking of Fu Shi Ren. I gotta be careful talking too much about the novel, because I don't 100% know how this hero mode is meant to go, but I believe we're getting into the events that surround the fall of Guan Yu. So I'm expecting that we're going to have some really difficult battles to get us... It'll be like in the Dynasty Warrior games. You have to fight really hard to get to the point where the plot actually dictates, okay, now you can no longer succeed and fail. I don't like the idea of splitting my forces. So maybe we just charge their camp. Because as we saw in the Guan Yu scenario, it is entirely possible for Guan Yu to get wiped out. He just charged ahead of the rest of the forces and got eliminated. And that's the thing. Okay, well they are... So it looks like we maybe made a bit of a mistake there and left a path open to our base, but let's see if we can draw them back. I'm just going for broke here. I'm hoping it takes them long enough to destroy our base that we don't fail right out of the gate here, but we could fail right out of the gate. See, yeah, they're coming back. And he's got Wargod, necessary control 7. Yeah, Wargod's a badass attack in this game. So I'm just flat out attacking their camp and see what happens. Guan Ping has advanced command. Slightly increases allies' attack. Got provoke horses, lower enemy horse attack. Stone wall, increase allies' defense. See, at least these guys have ones that affect other units. Ring formation, increase own defense. Nah. Okay, so I crushed his morale. You guys are back to going after my main camp. Which I'm just going to let that happen. Oh, and with Zhao Kang there, it's like his good friend, we get a boost to a skill, which are apparently more than we get from having Guan Ping get involved. Now the question is, are they going to destroy my main camp?
请交给我吧。出发。亲自领略我的实力吧。
Would you please get up there?
领命。
Okay, apparently... Apparently you guys are preventing him from moving. I think this is going to be a quick and immediate failure. Now Guan Jing is helping out. Well, at least we failed quickly. I was thinking, all right, let's just like flat out charge him. No, can't do that. Because we can't, with Pang Day in that base, we can't destroy it fast enough. So this will cause us. I think we will lose here. Okay, so that's one way to lose quickly. So we lost so quickly that we can actually go straight into trying again. But was caught and killed by Wu forces. Whoa, he protected Jing, but was caught and killed. What? That's a spoiler. Well, oh, it's a different map this time. Well, let's have Guan Yu and Guan Jing backing him up and also increasing the length of his Wargod skills up here and let everyone else stay in their default locations. This time they're all together. So now, like, the strategy I used last time probably would work pretty well. Yeah, there's this is not going well. Yeah, this sucks. Because he's going to get stomped by Pang Day's unit. Guan Yu just got encircled. Gonna do Wargod? Okay. The problem here is that I have a feeling we're not going to get any more troops to play with, so I don't want to take a lot of losses. Everyone follow me to the Jing Sai's room. A formidable enemy. Press the attack.
交给我吧。我要献策，亲自领略我的实力吧。
Okay, so they have decided to go after Guan Jing again. I'm still not very happy with how this is going because I'm kind of like doing even losses here when I need to be doing a lot better than that because I did this battle I have them outnumbered, but after this I'm sure what's wrong, Zhao Kang? So we'll encircle Pang De here. Yeah, but Guan Yu has taken some big losses. Pang De is still going after Guan Jing. Pang De and Guan Jing have become a duel. I guess we'll watch, but this is not going to go well for Guan Jing, I don't think. Autobot Pang De. See, Guan Jing is the son of Guan Yu, so he's not going to be terrible, but Pang De is a fucking beast. He managed to achieve greatness and notoriety working for the Ma clan, who were all about just promoting their own clan members and no one else. So, you know, he must have done something right. He joined Cao Cao after the fall of the Ma clan and spent much of his career trying to prove that he was loyal because the other officers of Cao Cao didn't trust him. And famously wrote out saying that he would bring a coffin to his battle with Guan Yu, and that either he or Guan Yu would be in the coffin at the end of the battle. And then Pang De was captured in battle. Crushed him. Pang De was captured in battle, but refused to surrender. Well, no, he was captured and basically said, "Execute me now." And Guan Yu was like, "Hey, I mean, your old lord Ma Chao is now working for Liu Bei. You would have a place in Liu Bei's force." And Pang De basically said, "At this point, if I serve yet another master, I'll have no honor. Let me die in the service of Cao Cao and preserve my integrity." And Guan Yu, it's a big theme in the novels. People executing other people to preserve their honor. And he was like, "Okay, you've earned the right to die working for Cao Cao. That's what you want." So Pang De going down. Despite his victory in a duel, he's not going to be winning this thing. I'm a little worried we've lost too many troops. And thanks to Guan Ping being there, he's going to get a bonus. But he's also in range of that archer attack. And I did that so that he could get the encirclement. But it might not have been a good move after all. We didn't destroy Yu Jin fast enough, so that sucks. Yu Jin, I think, is playable. I think he's the new guy who they made playable for Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends for Wei. So he's sort of important, but I know that much about him. Taste my blade. I think we need to consider letting Guan Yu rest for a bit here. Get some forces back. Oh, hey, we're actually, he's actually gonna come out of his base. That's really good. That being the case, I might come up here and use Wargod on him. So I was worried there was another unit we had to defeat, but Yu Jin and Pang Day were the two guys that they mentioned by name, so we've now got them both. I'm supposed to pincer attack that guy, huh? 5 days remaining. Is that not a pincer attack? There you go. And another Wargod just for the hell of it. And there we are.
I do this for duty. Duty.
So that's it, folks. We won. We won Guan Yu's hero vote. It's over now.
Seems I've ranked first and carried us to victory.
Well, we'll see how things go next time. I don't feel like I won that in a dominating enough fashion, considering where this is going. But maybe we will have some ability to recoup our losses and rebuild. I just feel like this might be us guiding this one set of troops through a series of battles and trying to get out. We'll find out next time on Romance of Three Kingdoms 13. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.